Drivers beware when taking the northbound I-5 bridge at night between Vancouver, Washington and Portland, Oregon. As you cross the Columbia River, you may see the ghostly appearance of a tall man wearing outdated clothing of a different era, as the well-dressed specter is known to walk along the northbound bridge, looking like any other person, before suddenly vanishing into thin air. While the ghostly appearance may seem innocent, the story behind the mayor's demise seems to indicate something much more ominous. On October 17, 1920, the final day of his mayoral term, Vancouver Mayor Grover R. Percival headed out for a walk. His wife expected Percival to be out for a long walk. However, she didn't expect to never see him alive again. That morning, the mayor was seen walking across the still very new Interstate 5 bridge, traveling towards Portland. The original truss bridge is now one of two identical bridges connecting Vancouver and Portland. Later that same rainy October morning, the mayor was seen walking once again on the I-5 bridge, this time returning to Vancouver. At 3 p.m. that afternoon, the mayor was seen for one final time in Vancouver, walking along 26th Street. He was in good spirits as he tipped his hat to greet folks as he walked past them on the street. Percival was well liked and did not have enemies. There were no signs of what was to come. Percival was not upset about his mayoral term ending. In fact, he hadn't even lost the mayoral race. He had decided not to run again for mayor and endorsed his good friend John P. Higgins as he ran and was elected the next mayor of Vancouver. After Percival was seen greeting others on 26th Street, no one saw Mayor Percival again. He had just disappeared while out on his walk. The following day was the Mayor Higgins' first day in office. No one knew where the former mayor had gone. Businesses in town closed early that afternoon, allowing more people to join the search parties out looking for Percival. The mystery of what had happened to their former mayor hung over Vancouver for days, then weeks. A month passed, with only the unknown for answers. Time continued to pass by until, on November 22nd, a man taking a shortcut through some woods on his way home came to a clump of trees and a sight of horror. The man had been walking only 100 yards from the Oregon side of the bridge. On one of the trees, the man had found the body of the former Vancouver mayor. His body, still wearing his jewelry and with money in his wallet, was hanging from the tree. Without investigating further, Percival's death was declared a suicide. There was shock and murmurings throughout the town. Even in 1922, the people in town thought the previous mayor may very well have been murdered. There were rumors of foul play, that politics had gone too far. After all, Percival was not depressed. He was happily married. He had money and was not in debt. Percival was buried in Park Hill Cemetery. The police never investigated the death beyond a suicide, and no inquest was ever held. Does the spirit of former Vancouver Mayor Grover R. Percival roam the location he was last seen prior to his death, trying to tell us he was murdered? Does he need us to know the truth even now, over 100 years later? Does Mayor Percival haunt the area of his death in search of his murderer? Perhaps you can ask the ghost himself the next time you drive between Portland and Vancouver on the I-5 bridge. Look for the tall, well-dressed man who seems slightly out of place before he disappears.